Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox on Tap.
Tony, my first reaction is just, fuck yes, let's go.
Sox versus the Twins. That's where it all starts. It all starts taking care of business in-house in the Central Division.
That's right, I'm a meatball.
You got to bring that top button swag, baby.
It is always great to beat the Cubs.
And I'm a homer, so I always say they're gonna.
Dallas Keuchel Lansling got some beards that you should be afraid of.
What everybody said when he gets out there, it's me versus the other guy, and I'm going to beat him. So I just love that mentality. It's cool and fucking tough.
Steve, would you say that Tony is mad online?
I would definitely say that.
The White Sox winner. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Sox on Tap. I am your boy Buzz. I'm joined by my dude Tony, aka Tony on Tap, and we are here to recap a White Sox winner, 5-2 over the Toronto Blue Jays. Before we do that, be sure you're going to ontapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox on Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Follow my dude Tone at Tony on Tap. Me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review, because that's cool and tough. And check out Grandstand. You need any awesome White Sox gear, go to Grandstand. You can go, if you're at the ballpark, you walk over there. If you can't make it to the ballpark or get close, go to grandstandsox.com or follow them on socials at Grandstand Sox. Tony, we get a White Sox winner. And one thing I want to bring up is in the intro, the beautiful intro that you created for this show, it says, and I'm gonna do it here, is, you know, Dallas Keuchel and Lance Lynn should have some beards that you should be afraid of. They have some beards. Dylan Cease has a beard that people need to fear right now.
Yes, he does, Buzz. Yes, he does. I'm happy that you brought this up. I'm happy you brought this up because I think we're gonna have a little bit of Dylan Cease beard talk on this show tonight. I'm impressed. Let's just say the curveball is impressive. The beard's impressive. I think he can get it up to your status by the playoffs. And I may or may not have talked to a guy within OnTap Sportsnet who does some graphical things to try and get us some Dylan Cease fear the beard type things going here. So you are very correct there, sir. But crack 'em. Happy White Sox winter night, Buzz.
Yeah, crack 'em to everybody in here on the stream, throwing out the comments here. Appreciate it. Got a great crowd in here tonight, which is awesome. I'd love to see that. So yeah, Sox, win this one 5-2. Start the game off hot. Let's just get that out of the way immediately. Come up in the top of the first inning, Tone. They put a 4 spot up. They start immediately. Robert gets on base. Moncada gets on. Abreu ends up hitting a home run, 411 feet to left. Mendick comes up, doubles to right, and he'll score. Goodwin. So that'll start at 4-0 immediately. Jose Abreu had 4 ribbies tonight out of the 5 runs that were scored. I just want to give him shout out immediately real quick, is just because what Jose Abreu could do. And he was tearing the cover off the ball tonight, and it was absolutely awesome. And I love talking about things like that, about offense, because Lord knows we've been starved of it for a little bit here. But I can't just say enough about that. This was a Dylan Cease game, and that's why the episode is titled Bum Slayer No More ? Because that's what the rap he gets. But when he's on, he's unhittable. I mean, there were some hits, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm getting at, right?
I absolutely do. I absolutely do know what you're getting at. And, Dylan Cease has developed a lot this year. He's really developed a lot this year, Buzz. If there's one person who's developed the most on this team, I think Dylan Cease and Andrew Vaughn are kind of neck and neck there, both on different sides of the baseball. But those guys have come up and really impressed. I know Dylan's been around for a little while, Buzz, but I mean, you got what you got out of Carlos Rodon, and now Dylan Cease kind of stepping up when Rodon's been a little bit absent. I know he had some injury stuff going on there, but Dylan Cease looked excellent tonight against a really good ball club.
Yeah, and I just want to give people perspective about Dylan Cease too, and that's why on this show, and even in prior tweets, I've stated this all the time. And people that are here watching the stream, please give me your thoughts on this. I want to hear them because it's a White Sox winner over a good team. It's what we want to see. But Dylan Cease, when he came up in 2019, Tony, you know what he did? He had 14 starts in 2019. Okay, 2020 he had 12 starts. Tone. So 73 pitches, or 73 pitches, I'm sorry, 73 innings pitched in 19, 58 and a third pitched in 20, 130 and 2/3 pitched in 2021 right now. This guy is young still in the game. And that's why I hate the scrutiny he always gets. Yes. Is it like, Dylan, get your shit together when you're on the mound because we see the talent? Yeah, for sure. But to like say trade chip and all that nonsense, I'll give the credit to Juice on Tap. If you know any Cub fan friends or, whatever, send them over to Cubs on Tap. Here, a little plug for you. But Juice called that dude being the ace of this staff years ago, and he really believes that still to this day. Obviously, that's not where he is right now, but he has the stuff to be that guy. And I'm really happy that, that's why I titled the episode Bum Slayer No More, because, maybe he's turning a corner here where he's not just beating up on like the Tigers or the Royals or something. He went off against a potential AL playoff team here and he won. And it's good, it's good shit to see. I liked what I saw out of Dylan Cease tonight. The fucking curve was nasty. He had command on the fastball. He was placing the ball really well. I loved everything I saw out of him.
No, I don't think that there's anything that there's not to like about Dylan Cease's start tonight. I've been very critical of Dylan Cease for a couple of years now. One of the things that has always gotten me about him is the fact that he seems to struggle early in ball games, at least early on in his career.
It was like always that one inning.
It was always that one inning, one inning that it's really hard for him to overcome as a starter. And so the rest of the start just didn't have that feeling of domination or feeling like a good start. And so when he's able to roll through those first 3 innings, get comfortable, and I think that the lead tonight really helped him get comfortable because you can see him relax a little bit out there and not have to force things through early, Buzz. And I think that that's something that really benefited Dylan Cease tonight. And I mean, he played with it and he did his part, and that's what you're going to get. His stuff is just absolutely nasty. Now, ace of the staff right now, I don't think so.
Oh, no, I meant in the future. That's why I clarified.
Yeah, I mean,
it's right now. I meant in the future he can be
possible.
That guy. Yeah,
it's possible. It's certainly possible. I'm not gonna say that he's got better stuff than Kopech, but I mean, raw wise, I mean, this is a really tough night to even talk about that, just given the performances of the two of them. But I mean, the Sox have a lot of young arms that are going to help propel this thing.
Oh yeah,
to be successful over the course of a few years. And Dylan Cease is obviously a bright spot right now.
Absolutely. And something that Scott Moe said in our chat here is like he went at guys on 0-2 counts instead of dancing around the strike zone. That was something he really did do tonight, man. He went at these people.
That saves you some pitches. That's
does.
important about that. It saves you some pitches. You don't have to, carry a high pitch count because you're trying to waste pitches getting guys to swing and miss.
Right. And you know what? I was actually really surprised too, because 95 pitches is what he threw, Tone. And Tony likes to teeter-totter with that 105 to 110 thing. He's been doing that lately. Maybe he's just kind of realizing that at the end of the day, right now, we're getting towards the playoffs. Rest these guys up. Let them do their thing. Absolute awesome game. Jason Hosking, it's an eye test, Buzz. Day to day, week to week, year to year criticism comes from what you've done for me lately. Look at that. I like what Jason's saying. Right
I think
it's 100% right. Yeah,
it's beautifully worded there, Jason.
Where are you at, Jason? You should have been in here tonight. You jag off. But
that's beautiful right there.
Yeah,
and
it is.
I think that's valid. It's very valid because you can criticize these guys all you want to when they do things wrong, and you see a lot of people quick on the trigger. I'm quick on the trigger. We're going to talk about base running tonight. I'm going to be very quick on the trigger when we talk about base running. I actually want to pull.
If we're going to talk about that, I'm just going to go. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to talk about that.
You don't want to talk about the base running?
No, I don't.
Interesting base running tonight.
There was interesting base running tonight. I just don't want to. I don't want to be sad. I want to be happy, man.
Hey, they got through this though.
Like, fuck,
they definitely got through this. And,
they did.
We got to talk about the positives. We got to talk about the negatives too. I know you're not done talking about the pitching, so let's wrap that up because we've got some points to make about this White Sox offense tonight.
Yeah, I obviously we were just talking about how Dylan Cease was the man. So then he leaves. He does 7 innings, and then we go to Kopech. Kopech throws 9 pitches. He faces the 3 batters, right? So that's what he ends up doing. He only gets 1 out. He let up 2 hits, and he got the quick yank tonight, man. He got yanked right away. A lot of people were upset about it. Shocker. And not to mention, I was a little, I thought he could have got through it. But again, I don't work in an MLB clubhouse, so that's why I don't make the decisions. I work for, a trucking company. So I can tell you how to ship freight. I can't tell you how to manage a bullpen, because if I could, I'd have a job in it. But I was a little surprised because we talked about this the last time you and I were on, because we really wanted a lane picked with Kopech. It's like, are you just going to pitch him 1 inning, or are you going to stretch him out? Like, can we at least do that? Can we just pick a lane with the kid? But he got taken out right away for a Liam Hendricks, 5 out, save here. So heart got pumping a lot. Obviously, Hendricks got out of it, made it happen. Once again, it always has to be interesting if you're a Chicago sports fan, which unfortunately all of you are in here, and we are as well. So, I thought Kopech had good shit, man. It felt like he got unlucky a couple times, That's about it. I know that the unlucky stat doesn't do anything for you, and it doesn't do anything for me either. Like, I can give 2 shits about the expected batting average on that was 172. I don't give a fuck. If it's an out, it's out. If it's a hit, it's a hit. It's whatever. But I felt like he had good stuff. I would like to see him get to work through it, but alas, here we are.
Yeah, and you know what? The managing the bullpen question is, it's going to be on the table for every manager that's out there, Buzz. I think that, especially in this day and age in baseball, with how many pitching changes are made and just the way that things go, I don't know. Kopech has just not been as crisp as he was earlier this year. He just hasn't been. And again, this goes back to Jason's eye test, day to day, week to week, year to year type thing. But lately, Kopech hasn't been as crisp to the eye test. And I think that, Tony wanted to go to Liam Hendricks because of where we were in the batting order and who was going to be coming up. And obviously it winds up working out.
Right.
But even during that at bat for Vladimir Guerrero Jr., I'm sitting there as a Sox fan. I'm like, I'll fucking take the walk. I'll take the walk right here. Do not, because the narratives, if we went down this path, man, just think about it. Because what happened in yesterday's ball game with Lance Lynn and Vlad Guerrero Jr. Just think about that as a White Sox fan for 2 seconds. If that ball goes anywhere near the wall and they end up scoring a few off of that, or God forbid, that's a home run, the narratives about Liam Hendricks right now and Tony La Russa's decisions to pitch to who and not to pitch to, and the whole thing would have blown up tonight. So let's be thankful as White Sox fans that it worked out. And we're not sitting here because this could be a massively different post-game show right now had worst case scenario happened. Obviously, Liam Hendricks is able to get out of that with the double play, and, we're here drinking victory beers. So, just level set, eye test, day-to-day stuff.
Also, if you're new here,
another beer.
Also, if you're new here, because we have a lot of people in the chat right now. Thank you to Herb Lawrence, who always gives us, retweets and stuff like that. I'm a big Herb guy. I love Herb to death.
Yeah, shout out Herb.
Yeah, shout out Herb Lawrence every day, all day. But we have victory beers for when the Sox win, and we have misery beers for when they lose. Why is that a good thing? Because we're always drinking beers. So let's throw that out there immediately. Going to your point, though, if it would have been bad, if it would have went bad, we'd be seeing a bunch of TLR hate, Hendricks hate. I will say, though, dude, there's something cool about that redemption story, right? There's something cool about Vladdy makes you pay last night, and then tonight you go at him and you get your way. You get out of it. That is something that I don't know. I'd probably be really mad if something else would have happened. Obviously, I wouldn't be very happy about it, but my God, the payoff is sometimes worth the reward here. I'm on cloud 9 about that ending. You're going up, bases low. It's Vlad Jr. This is the worst spot you could be in. The worst spot you could be in. And then you attack and you capitalize and you get out of it.
For the new people here, would you consider that cool and fucking tough?
That is really cool and fucking tough. I'd live for that shit. That is the shit that you talk about.
So that's what I want to go back to. And I know you and I were on this show yesterday, and there's been some fireworks about it. And
we were both in
all
hell
over
yesterday.
Twitter. Yeah, and I know I talked to Johnny today, and he said that Steve and he did not touch on that situation with Tony La Russa and Sebi Zavala and all the other stuff. So I'll gloss over some things. But that's what Lance Lynn was trying to do. Here's my piece on that. That's what Lance Lynn was trying to do, was be cool and tough. He was trying to be cool and tough. And it wasn't a cool and tough move for Lance Lynn to pitch to him there. That's kind of how I saw that last night, just a little bit. But then tonight, when it works, we're all celebrating it. When it doesn't work, like it didn't work last night, there's massive problems.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's definitely huge ramifications if it doesn't work out. And like you said, you saw in Monday's game, it didn't. Today's Tuesday, right?
I mean, if you're forgetting what day it is already, it's probably somewhere in the middle of the week.
That's bad, bro.
That's
really
bad.
It's really bad. Yeah, but no, there have been huge ramifications, if it wouldn't have worked out tonight. But like I said, on Monday's game, dude, with the whole Sebi thing, I hate this shit, and I've learned to keep my mouth shut when it comes to it, because when the whole "you're mean" thing happened, I eat when I'm wrong, dude. Like, I was wrong. I was fucking pissed. I wanted TLR gone. I was mad. I'm like, dude, you don't fucking do that shit. Like, I mean, I still don't support the fact that, like, he basically said, like, okay, if he's going to get beamed, he's going to get beamed type deal. He didn't say it in those words, obviously, but it was implied. But, I still like, yeah, no, if one of my brothers get beamed, I'm going to have to beam you type thing. But, with the Sebi thing, dude, listen, he's a rookie. I don't know if it was a learning experience. Lance Lynn said, I believe said he was the one that pulled the trigger on that. That was his call, but Sebi kind of took the heat for it a little bit. I'm not really sure how that all went down and worked out, but at the end of the day, man, let them handle their clubhouse. This team is fucking 19 games over 500. I'm not going to sit here and bitch a fit about what's going on about a grown man getting yelled at. Like some of these guys that are getting, or we don't even know if there was screaming involved. Okay. It might've been just a stern discussion. I mean, obviously his body language showed that he was upset, but like these people that work jobs where that doesn't happen, please fucking sign me up. Please find me somewhere where I don't get bitched at if I do something wrong and feel like this big. Because you can't find a job like that unless you're like your own boss. If you're your own boss, then, hey, man, more power to you.
And your customers will tell you that.
Yeah, right. Well, then your customers will tell you. Like, I don't.
Lance Lynn's gonna walk in and tell you how small you are.
Right.
But yeah, no, I've said my piece, and you can find that at Tony on Tap on Twitter. At me next time.
Yeah.
It's all fun. We're talking White Sox baseball. We're talking winners here. Let's get into, the rest of this series. And before we do that though, it feels good to beat a good team, doesn't it? It feels good to beat a good team on the road. I think this one was somewhat of a narrative killer. If I'm going to put a bow tie on this, it was a narrative killer because you've had Tim Anderson out for these last few games. And hopefully he's back tomorrow. But it feels good for me, at least as a White Sox fan, to be like, okay, all right, for all this talk of how much of a spiral we're in, when it doesn't even really feel to me like we're in all that much of a spiral, but to just get this win, it feels good. We beat a good baseball team tonight. And Dylan Cease looks great.
It does, Tone. It does feel good because you win a game after, you've been kind of slumping here a little bit here, no doubt about it. But I mean, it wouldn't be a you and I episode if we didn't point out what you could have done better. So I know that you want to get into the base running. There's just two things I'd like to bring up real quick before we do that. 4 for 12 with runners in scoring position. I'm getting tired of it. And 12 left on base for the Sox tonight. I mean, Tony, look at this, dude. The Sox fucking had 18 hits and they put up 5.
Mm-hmm.
They put up 5, Tony. 5.
Yep.
And it was 5. And they were done scoring.
And 4 of them came in the first.
Right. Thank you. So, I mean, that is where, hey, the win is the most important thing. No doubt about it. This is nitpicking because I'm not trying to water carry. This is nitpicking. I want them to be better in that realm of reality. They have to get better there going into the postseason. And maybe they turn it on in the postseason. Maybe we're all fucking wrong. We're watching lineups, we're watching lineups with your top guys at the top, like Luis Robert Moncada, Abreu Jimenez tonight, but then followed by Goodwin, Lurie legend, Jake Lamb, Jay Clam, Rake Lamb, whatever you want to
Are
call
we
him.
disrespecting Lurie Legend and
No,
Jay
no,
Clam
no,
on
no,
this
no,
show?
no. I said Lurie Legend because he's a legend. I'm good with
Okay.
Lurie Legend. Jay Clam, I'm disrespecting, yes. And then Zach Collins.
White Sox Sale's going to be mad at you. I don't know if Sale's in the house tonight. Jason's here. We've got a lot of people here in the chat, but I have not seen Sale.
You have to do better. You have to do better. Like, I would have loved it. I mean, seriously, yes, 5-2 is great. We were scared at the end a little bit because the heart was pumping. They were getting on base. Like, all their hits started coming in when obviously Kopech and Hendricks came on. Like, there was only I think fucking Cease did what? He only let like 3 hits up. What was it? Or 4 hits. Yeah, 4 hits, and he walked 1. So after that, it was 5 hits let up alone by Kopech and Hendricks.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the Sox need to capitalize, Tony, when they have runners in scoring position. They can't leave these many men on base as the games start getting harder. I would have loved to see this be like a 10-2 win here. A 10-2, you own business. That's what I would like to see. Get your shit together, figure it out.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you.
That's my bitch. I'm sorry, but we won though.
Yeah, no, you're good. I think that some of this stuff, man, is stuff that we talk about religiously on this show. Like the leaving runners in scoring position thing, the timely hitting. Tonight it's base running. There's always some sort of little league bullshit going on in one aspect of their game. It just feels that way.
That's
way
right.
too much. So, figure it out. Just figure it out. They've got the benefit of the doubt, yes, to figure it out over the course of the next few weeks here, and get ready for October, because some of this stuff, like Toronto's a good ball club.
Yeah,
they could have beat you tonight. They could have come back in this ball game because the Sox let it kind of fester a little too much. So yeah, it was rough getting there, but it's a win.
Yeah, and again, like we love the wins, but I felt we'd be remiss. Like, it would not be a you and I episode if we didn't point out something that they could have done better. And that's why I wanted to bring that up. A lot of mental errors, obviously not capitalizing when you have the chance to keep piling on. And I'm more of a guy like, fuck that sportsmanship stuff. Put your foot on their throat, score as many runs as you possibly can, leave no doubts they can get near you in the score. No doubts. Keep piling it on. That's just where I was at with everything. Again, I'm super stoked they won. Dylan Cease is the fucking story of this game. Love what Abreu did, but it's Dylan Cease. For me, this is a Dylan Cease game. Absolutely fantastic. I can't wait to see his next start.
Yeah, me neither.
So you want to move into the next one?
Go right on ahead, my friend.
All right. So next game will be tomorrow, 6:07 p.m. Central. That will be Lucas Giolito against Robbie Ray. Giolito 9-9 with a 3.77 ERA, 148 innings pitched. He's let up 121 hits, struck out 169, walked 42, let up 25 long balls. Going up against Robbie Ray, 9-5 with a 2.79 ERA, 145 and a third innings pitched. He's let up only 114 hits. He struck out 178, walked 36, and let up 24 home runs. Left-handed pitcher Robbie Ray. Sox had that 2020 magical run of being left-handed pitching killers. This year, not so much, but I feel optimistic. Got to win tonight. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Maybe Timmy's a little bit more healthy. Maybe he's going to be able to get back in. I wouldn't expect it, but I'm hoping for it. But I want to see the Sox come out tomorrow, man. This is a good test here. Robbie Ray's a good pitcher.
Yes, he is, Buzz. And, I think for the White Sox, the most important thing is to just clean up your aspects of tonight. I expect a good start out of Lucas Giolito. I think that we should expect good starts out of this guy.
Yep.
He bills himself as an ace, and I want to see that. And that's the level of excellence that I think we should expect out of him, especially in a big game. It's a night game. Everything's going to be, right there for Lucas to go out there and, follow up Dylan Cease. Some of this good pitching gets kind of contagious through rotation. That's one thing that I want to see. I want to see everybody start to build off of each other's starts. And I think Dylan Cease did a good job tonight being the building block right there. Set the tone for Lucas Giolito. On the offensive side, get hot early again. This is one of my favorite things to watch in baseball is when a team gets hot early like they did tonight. You can kind of, set your pitcher up for a whole lot of success. I was just talking about it with Dylan Cease right here. Again,
100%.
Yeah, just let Lucas be able to work, with some comfort there. And I think that that's just going to bode well for his stuff. So get out on Robbie Ray as early as you can, drive pitch counts up, and get to that Toronto bullpen as fast as you can. That's
100%. You just took the words right out of my mouth when it comes driving the pitch count up on Robbie Ray. You get Lucas Giolito a lead. Try to do it as early as you possibly can. Give him that comfort so he's not pressing. And hopefully, it leads to a W. Picks to click, man. Picks to click. Who we got tomorrow, Tone?
I went with Robert tonight. I'm going to go.
He had a good game for you to go with him tonight. He had a multi-hit game.
He did have a multi-hit game, so I'm going to still try and ride that hot hand a little bit here. I kind of want to move it over to Pito. I'm gonna go Jose Abreu.
That's fair. He had 4 ribbies.
I know. I feel like I'm. Just trying to play the guys that are going to win this. But yes, Mike in the comments, Moncada is starting to find his way.
That was my pick to click tonight.
There's sale,
baby.
What a day. I'm still gonna go. I'm gonna go with Jose Abreu, and I'm going to try and string together a few wins here. It's been a while since Gavin Sheets was in the lineup. I'm feeling kind of down about that. So I have to steal all the easy picks.
Yeah, I'm going to go Andrew Vaughn tomorrow. I'm going to go Vaughn. I think he'll be back in the lineup tomorrow. I'm going to go Andrew Vaughn. He's been tearing the cover off the ball. Like last month, he's been pretty good. So I want to take him tomorrow. Left-handed pitcher on the mound. He's been a guy who's been hitting left-handed pitching pretty well. So I'm going to go Andrew Vaughn tomorrow. He's going to hit a fucking dinger. I did put a tweet out earlier today saying that the White Sox would win tonight. I'm going to speak it into existence. I did just that. It was not because of their play. It was because of me. I'm just kidding. But I'm going to speak that shit into existence again tomorrow. They are going to win tomorrow, and they're going to be up 2-1 in this series, which is a 4-game set. Am I correct on that? I'm pretty sure I'm correct on that. They'll be up 2-1. So that's what's going to happen tomorrow. Sox are winning. We're getting Andrew Vaughn bomb. Buzz-Adamas spoken. Oh, shit.
I love it, man. I love it. What else you got? You got anything else?
No, it was just really nice to talk baseball on here and fucking talk to the people in the chat and just unwind from the last few shitty days you and I have had when it comes to our day jobs. So that's basically
drinking beers, talking baseball.
Yeah, just that. Even if we were being recorded or not, this is probably how we'd be talking, probably without the theatrics. But yeah, for sure. It's just nice to be on here
without the theatrics. If the people don't know, there's always theatrics when we speak.
That's very okay. It's fucking fair. It's fair because there's usually alcohol involved. So yeah, 100%. But it's just, oh my god, dude, what a stupid week it's been, and and it's only Tuesday, and I forgot what fucking day it was. That's what's really that's the worst part about it is I have to ask you on the air, hey, Tone, what day is it? And then I look in the upper right hand of my screen, it says Tuesday, 10:07 p.m. Baseball related, I don't really have much else left, man. I'm just glad the Sox got this win. They could do some things that are better. I'd like to see them do things that are better. And Cleveland lost tonight 7-3 to Texas. So good shit.
What about that sweet afro that kid was sporting in the first row tonight? I'm gonna give a shout out to that. Looked great. Looked great.
Yeah. I wish I could have an afro. I've been doing this new thing where I tie my hair back and I put it through my. Can you see this?
You're trying to be like Michael Kopech.
Yeah, I got it sticking through the little snapback thing here. I feel professional yet rugged.
There you go. So last thing before we get out of here is the Dylan Cease beard movement, the Michael Kopech beard movement. I want to touch on that one last time.
Yeah.
Dylan, you tweeted out a few times tonight that the power was in the beard. Should he continue to grow that thing to about the length that you have?
Yeah, you know what's funny about Dylan Cease, though, is he's going to have to invest in, beard oil. Because, I cannot get my shit any longer than this. Our boy Shane Reardon, I don't know how the fuck he does it. But, me, I can't get it any longer than this. It just keeps going out. And, I saw his today, and his just went, Dylan Cease's is, froed on the face. So, Dylan, keep growing it out, bro. Get a little coarse brush there. Just brush it down as much as you can. Get some of that Duke Cannon best damn beard oil, and you're ready to fucking rock and roll. Once he does that, he will be unhittable. I'm talking perfect games and no hitters left and right. I don't think anybody will be able to hit him.
There we go.
We need a sponsor.
I'm gonna go right after this show. I'm heading to Duke Cannon. I'm gonna make it happen.
I was gonna
We're
buy
gonna
you
do
that
a Fear
soap
the-
with the Budweiser in it.
Yes, I saw the Duke Cannon Budweiser. We're gonna hunt Duke Cannon down.
Yeah,
We've even got a guy named Duke at On Tap Sportsnet. He does Bears on Tap. Throw a little shameless plug right over there. We're gonna find Duke Cannon. We're gonna go get him.
yeah, I definitely. I would be definitely
Very
cool.
fitting sponsor for the show. I know
Yeah,
that was a free ad. See, we're already doing free ads for him.
Yeah, it's bullshit. It's bullshit. They should,
Don't go buy anything until we get a promo code for you.
Yeah, we'll get a promo code. We'll get like 10% off or something like that. I want Duke Cannon soaps, okay, and the best damn beard oil and the beard wash for Dylan Cease. And we will do ad reads for the rest of the season for free if you supply Dylan Cease with that shit. Right?
We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out.
Tony's
We'll reach
like,
out to
no.
those people. I'm freaking out. And you're offering free shit.
It's all free. No, I was kidding.
You're offering free shit. Well,
I just want Dylan
Cease-
Cease's beard to be okay.
I want him to win. That's what I want. And if
The
having the
powers in
beard, if having the beard brings the wins, then so be it. So be it. And
You heard what
that's
he
what
said.
we got to do.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we already gave our picks a click. I think that's it for us for the night. Everybody be short. You're going on tapsportsnet.com for all your Chicago sports literature and podcasting needs. Following us on Twitter at Sox on Tap, at On Tap Sportsnet. Following Tony for his crazy takes over at Tony on Tap on Twitter. Following me at Buzz on Tap. Anywhere you can listen to podcasts, you can listen to us, 5-star rating and review because that's cool and tough. Any Sox gear you need, go check out Grandstand. Go to grandstandsox.com, follow them on socials at Grandstand Sox, or if you're at the ballpark, just walk right on over. It's right down the street. Walk over to Grandstand, get any Chicago sports related gear or Sox gear that you need. We'll be back tomorrow, some variation of us. White Sox forever.